Chicago PD Season 13 Episode 2, titled Open Wound, delivered intense drama, personal struggles, and edge of your seat action as the intelligence unit tackled a dangerous case in the Pilsen neighborhood. From the very beginning, viewers were reminded of just how heavy the job can weigh on officers, especially when personal demons collide with professional duties. This episode focuses heavily on Officer Haley Torres and his ongoing struggles with trauma, guilt, and sleepless nights. Torres has been back at work with his badge, but it's clear he's not fully himself. Instead of finding solace in his usual routines or leaning on support, Torres is going through the motions. He works out obsessively at the gym, shadowboxing to release pent-up stress, but he avoids church and prayer, something his mother has urged him to do. His mental state feels fragile, as though he's skating on the edge between control and collapse. Late one night, a desperate knock interrupts his solitude. A neighbor comes to Torres' door, panicked because her husband is acting strangely. She claims he's withdrawing large amounts of money from their bank accounts, and she fears something terrible is happening. Then Torres immediately contacts Voight, who, even woken from sleep, gives him the guidance needed to approach the situation carefully. Voight's instructions are clear: keep your head on a swivel and watch your surroundings. Torres heads to the ATM where the husband is seen taking out money. However, the situation quickly escalates into chaos. As he observes, several people attack Torres, throwing him through a window and severely injuring his arm. He's disoriented, and in the chaos, the neighbor is kidnapped. This brutal attack sets the tone for the episode, emphasizing both the danger on the streets and the psychological toll it takes on officers. After Torres is patched up, he teams up with Atwater to begin their investigation. They interview witnesses, but Torres encounters frustration when it becomes apparent that the community feels abandoned by the police. Residents in Pilsen are used to crime going unchecked, particularly kidnappings that leave families terrified and law enforcement overstretched. The criticism hits Torres hard. He knows his intentions are good, yet he feels the weight of a system that seems to fail the very people it's meant to protect. The kidnapped neighbor, Brenda, is in a terrifying situation. She's locked in her bathroom, speaking with the kidnappers over the phone. Her fear is compounded by the repeated failures of local authorities in similar cases. She doesn't fully trust the police and is hesitant to confide in Torres, even though he is trying to help. Torres respects her boundaries, but keeps a close watch, knowing that time is critical. As Brenda leaves her house to deliver money to the kidnappers at a designated drop point, Torres tails her discreetly. Burgess, Ruzek, and Voight are also on their way to ensure that the situation doesn't spiral out of control. The tension is palpable as the team tracks Brenda through a busy market, trying to avoid drawing attention while preparing to intervene. When the confrontation happens, it becomes clear just how dangerous the situation is. The kidnapper struggles with Brenda over the bag of money, and when he brandishes a gun, Torres acts quickly, shooting first. The scene is intense and emotionally charged, especially as Torres is still recovering from the cut on his arm and shows signs of sleep deprivation. The gravity of the moment leaves everyone shaken, particularly Torres, who is visibly affected by the violent encounter. In the aftermath, Torres and Burgess interview others who may have been affected by the same group. They learn that the victim, a grocery store owner, had a modest income of around $20 a year. The kidnappers' actions are both strategic and brutal, targeting ordinary residents to extract cash while exploiting systemic gaps in police coverage. Torres also visits Brenda to check on her safety and gather more information. Her fear and mistrust remain evident, reflecting a larger problem in the neighborhood where the police are understaffed and crime is rampant. Despite these challenges, Torres remains committed to seeing the case through, showing both courage and persistence, even when his own emotions are running high. The investigation leads Torres and his team to a tattoo shop where a former victim finally comes forward to provide critical information. Using these clues, the team pieces together the kidnappers' hideout, a warehouse. In a tense raid, Torres discovers Brenda's husband has been killed. The moment is haunting, and Torres' reaction is raw and human, showing the personal impact of such violence on officers who put themselves in danger for others. Torres' darkness and vulnerability are highlighted when he returns to Brenda after the raid. He struggles with her request to pray, a reminder of his emotional distance from faith and the coping mechanisms he once relied upon. At the precinct, he interrogates a driver involved in the crime, using a more intense and darker approach than usual. Torres gets the information he needs without offering false promises, revealing his shift toward a harder, more relentless style of justice. The pursuit continues as the team tracks a new lead to an apartment building. Torres confronts the suspect on the fire escape, leading to a rooftop standoff. In this highly charged scene, Torres shows a more menacing and intimidating side, pushing the suspect to the edge while controlling his own impulses. Atwater steps in to prevent Torres from crossing the line, underscoring both Torres' internal struggle and the strong bonds between officers in the intelligence unit. After the dangerous confrontation, Voight talks to Torres about the need to stop punishing himself and to work through his emotional wounds. Torres seems receptive but continues to wrestle with his own pain. Later, he meets the tattoo artist from earlier, who notices that Torres has been reopening his wound, a physical manifestation of his emotional pain. In a complex and intimate scene, Torres admits that experiencing pain is a way for him to feel something again, revealing a dark coping mechanism. The moment is charged with intensity and vulnerability, showing a side of Torres that viewers rarely see. Throughout the episode, the themes of trauma, justice, and personal struggle intertwine. Torres' character arc highlights how law enforcement officers face both external danger and internal battles. The kidnapping case in Pilsen serves as a powerful backdrop, reflecting real-world issues of community safety, resource scarcity, and the challenges officers face when protecting those who may not fully trust them. Vope and Wound combines high stakes action with deep character exploration. The pacing keeps viewers on edge, and the emotional depth of Torres' journey adds layers to the procedural narrative. By the end of the episode, the consequences of crime are made starkly clear, not just for the victims and families, but for the officers who put their lives on the line every day, from the nighttime attack on Torres to the intense rooftop confrontation. The episode never loses its grip on tension. Each plot point reinforces the dangers of the job while highlighting the complexities of human emotion. Torres struggles with faith, pain, and moral boundaries create a nuanced portrait of an officer balancing duty with personal demons. The episode also sheds light on systemic challenges in law enforcement. The understaffed districts and repeated failures to prevent abductions illustrate a larger societal problem. Residents like Brenda feel abandoned, and officers like Torres must navigate both the procedural responsibilities of their work and the emotional fallout that comes with it. The narrative blends procedural drama with character-driven storytelling, making it one of the standout episodes of Season 13. By combining action, suspense, and emotional depth, Open Wound reinforces Chicago PD's reputation for delivering stories that are both thrilling and meaningful. It's not just about catching criminals. It's about understanding the human cost of crime, the personal stakes for officers, and the complex moral decisions they face daily. The episode closes with Torres grappling with his own darkness, acknowledging both the physical and emotional pain he's enduring. His interactions with the tattoo artist provide a complicated but revealing glimpse into his psyche, emphasizing the blurred lines between coping and self-destruction. The narrative leaves viewers anticipating how Torres will continue to manage these struggles in upcoming episodes, especially as the dangers on the streets of Chicago persist. Overall, Chicago PD Season 13 Episode 2 delivers a mix of tension, action, and deep emotional storytelling. The kidnapping plot keeps the audience engaged, while Torres' personal arc offers insight into the psychological toll of law enforcement. Fans of the series will find themselves both captivated and emotionally invested as the episode explores the fine line between duty and personal vulnerability. From the opening scenes of Torres' sleepless nights to the rooftop standoff, every moment is charged with suspense and human emotion. Open Wound proves that Chicago PD can balance procedural drama with compelling character development, providing both thrilling moments and a thoughtful exploration of the struggles officers face on and off the job. This episode is a testament to the show's ability to tackle serious issues, including trauma, community distrust, and the personal cost of protecting others. Through Torres' journey, viewers gain a deeper understanding of the sacrifices law enforcement officers make daily, the dangers they face, and the emotional complexities that accompany the badge. By combining raw action sequences with intimate, character-driven moments, Open Wound cements itself as a pivotal episode of Season 13. It's a dark, thrilling, and emotionally resonant hour of television that leaves fans eager for what's to come.